Tonight, let's go back. Back to a time before names, before cities, before even memory itself. A time when the first humans opened their eyes beneath the cold dawn and the only light they knew was fire. In this story, you'll walk with them. Through the tall grass across the river into the mist where the line between man and beast still trembled. So find a quiet place. Breathe slowly. Let the noise of the day fade away. And listen to the heartbeat of the ancient world. You're listening to The Last Dawn Before Memory. If you enjoy stories that carry you through history and silence, don't forget to subscribe and let the fire of new tales find you every week. You wake to the smell of damp earth, not coffee, not the soft hum of music. Only the wind and the chill that slides through cracks in the rock. The sun has not risen yet, but a pale stripe of light cuts across the horizon, a thin promise that day still exists. Dew clings to your hair, to the rough fur covering your shoulders. The tall grass sways like a slow ocean. Here, no one knows the word morning. People only know the light has returned. You sit up, your back aching from a stone you forgot beneath you. The only warmth comes from the hide of some long-dead creature. Its musky odor sharp enough to keep predators cautious. Your stomach growls not with the hunger of a missed meal, but with the deep emptiness of two hungry suns. You glance around the cave. Others are still asleep, curled tight, faces buried in fur. No one speaks. In this age, words are a luxury breath cannot afford. You step outside. The wind bites. The ground glistens with dew, soft and cold. Far away, the river hums steady, ancient, the earth's quiet heartbeat beneath the mist. The river is clear, glass still in the morning light. You kneel to drink, and then you see it. A single footprint, wide enough for both your hands together, pressed deep into wet mud. Water still trembles inside it. Something passed here just moments ago. No one had to teach you how to read the earth. You were born knowing that grass bends only one way. That soil remembers weight. Every mark is a sentence written by what came before. This print is heavy. Not deer, not human. Maybe a great beast, or something larger, less kind. You step back. The wind shifts. A strange metallic scent, wet soil mixed with musk. Instinct whispers, go back. Curiosity answers, not yet. In this world, curiosity and survival live side by side, separated by a breath. You follow the track. The grass thickens, the smell of mud and decay stronger now. Birds burst from a nearby thicket, their wings slicing the quiet. For a heartbeat, the ground itself seems to shiver. Something enormous is awake. The rustle comes first. A faint sound just enough to turn your head. You freeze. Fingers close around the chipped stone tied to your stick. A boar appears, rooting the soil for roots and worms. You hold your breath. 3 steps away, perfect range. You raise the spear, then the air splits apart. A roar deep guttural shakes through bone and earth. From the left, a blur of gold and shadow. Teeth long, curved like ivory knives. A saber-toothed cat. The boar bolts. You run the other way, feet slipping in mud, heart pounding like a drum of panic. Cold water slaps your legs as you plunge into the shallows. You crouch, half submerged, the chill numbing your skin. Behind you, silence. Only the sound of your heartbeat and the slow lap of water. Maybe it left, maybe it watches still. Here, humans have no advantage, no claws, no armor. Only the fire they carry and the stories that survive when they do. You look down at your reflection trembling in the river. A small creature, trembling, half fear, half wonder. And you realize even fear is a kind of proof that you are alive. When you return, the light has climbed above the hills. Inside the cave, smoke curls from a dying flame. Someone coaxes it back with dry moss, breathing gently, reverently. In this age, fire is not warmth, it is a border. Between hunger and safety, between silence and story. You drop the bone you carried beside the stone tools. An old man approaches, picks it up, sniffs, squints. His voice cracks the hush. Saber-tooth. The word or the noise that means it ripples through the small crowd. Children stop chewing their roots. Women glance toward the cave mouth. No one panics, but the air itself tenses. That night, as the flames dance higher, the old man tells of the last time the beast came. They ringed the cave with burning branches, smoke thick enough to blind it, and nearly choked themselves instead. A few quiet laughs scatter through the group. For a moment, laughter pushes the darkness back a little. And you sit closer to the warmth, listening to the hiss of fat on wood. Watching sparks rise like fireflies toward the stars, tiny suns trying to remember the sky. Night stretches thin over the cave. The flames dim to a red whisper. You lie awake, counting heartbeats, until the first sound reaches through the dark. A howl, long, drawn, neither animal nor human. The kind of sound that has no source, only direction. Then another, farther away, answering it. Two voices, two places. The old man sits up slowly, eyes reflecting the dying light. He doesn't speak. No one does. Words feel too small for sounds like that. Outside, the mist rolls in from the river. Shapes move in it, or seem to, you can't tell. Every flicker might be breath, every shadow might be alive. Someone adds wood to the fire. The flames leap up again, and for a heartbeat, you feel safe as though firelight could reach forever. But safety, like light, always ends at the edge of the cave. At dawn, a decision is made. The hunters will set snares not for beasts, but for what walks on two legs. You spend the morning twisting vines, coating them with mud and ash to hide the scent. It feels wrong, yet something inside you whispers that it's necessary. By noon, the traps are ready, simple loops buried under leaves, waiting for a careless step. The day passes in slow silence, cicadas hum. The air thickens, you wait. Then, a snap, a cry, you rush forward, spear ready. A man struggles in the snare, thin, wild-eyed, his leg tangled tight. He speaks your tongue, but not quite right. Half words, half gestures, he pleads. Not for his life, for his brother. He says the man vanished, taken by others who paint their skin red. He holds up a small thing, a cord made of sinew, strung with green stones. You've seen one before. The old man used to wear one just like it, from a boy who never came back. You look at the stranger and feel it, the tug of something older than tribe, a shared fear, a shared loss. That night they let him sit by the fire. No one trusts him, but no one sends him away. Because in his eyes, you see what all of you have seen, the memory of being hunted. The next morning, the decision comes quietly. 7 will go west, to follow the footprints of the red-painted men. You are one of them. The stranger insists on coming too. The old man nods once, as if he already knew this was how it would be. The plains stretch endless, a sea of grass, moving with the breath of the earth. Every gust feels like a whisper, every hill like a wave. You walk for days. The world narrows to footsteps and heartbeat. At night, you sleep in hollows, listening to the wind comb through stone. Sometimes you see distant smoke, thin threads rising straight to the sky. Not campfires, ceremonies. On the third night, the stranger kneels by the ashes of one. He touches the ground, then the small green stones around his wrist. They were here, he murmurs. No one answers. You begin to understand that the line between hunter and hunted is written only by whoever survives to tell it. On the 5th day, you find them. Or rather, you find the sound first. Drums. Deep, slow, like thunder breathing. The air smells of ash and resin. You crawl to the ridge, peer over. Below, a circle of people, bodies painted red and black, moving in rhythm around a great fire. At its edge, someone bound, arms raised, wrists glinting with the same green stones. The stranger beside you gasps. His brother, no one speaks. The fire roars high, casting light on the painted faces, on the weapons glinting like bones. You whisper, "What do we do?" The old man replies, "We walk like the wind does unseen, until we move everything, so you wait. Wait until the chanting slows, until the smoke thickens, until even the stars seem to hold their breath. Then, you move. Not as warriors, but as ghosts of the tall grass. A handful of leaves filled with pepper ash are thrown into the wind. The smoke bites eyes, burns throats, cries rise, shapes stumble. And in the chaos, the stranger runs to the bound man. You see him cut the ropes. You see both disappear into the dark. And you see the painted ones turning toward the ridge. You grab a torch, throw it to the ground. Flames leap in the grass, bright as the sun, cruel as survival. The others follow. The fire eats everything, shadows, shapes, screams, until the night itself glows red. You wake to silence. The smoke still hangs, a gray veil over the hills. The stranger sits nearby, his brother asleep, the green stones still around his wrist. For the first time there is no sound of pursuit, only wind, and the slow creak of the earth turning toward day. The old man stares at the rising sun. When he speaks, his voice is almost gentle. Fire can protect, he says. Fire can destroy. But it always remembers what it touches. You look down at your hands, ash under your nails. Cuts across your palms, and you understand what he means. The smoke will fade, the grass will grow again. But the story will remain. You will carry it back to the cave, the hunt, the beast, the strangers, the fire, and tell it to those who have not yet seen. And when your children ask what fear is, you will say, "It is the memory of fire. And the reason we keep it burning, the light spreads over the plain. Birds cry out, their wings cutting through the new sky. You breathe deep, full, and feel the world breathing back. The day begins. And with it, so does the oldest thing a human can do to remember.